Hi, my name is Joel Siegel. It's really good to be with you. I'm the co-coordinator of the North Carolina Election Protection Task Force. We're one of the lead organizations of Ballotpalooza, along with my dear friend and brother, Charles Stevenson. Now, we've heard some of the most talented musicians and artists in our nation, but we're really here in order to make sure that you can vote safely, vote successfully, and have your ballot counted. But before I wrap up, I just want to go over a few points that I hope will help you vote successfully. First, make a plan to vote. Check your registration at ncsbe.gov because you got to make sure that you're registered. Now, there's 3 ways to vote: absentee, early voting, or on election day, November the 3rd. Request an absentee ballot online through the State Election Board website and sign up for ballot tracks to track your ballot. To vote in person, you can go to any early voting site in your county from October 15th through October the 31st. You also have the option to vote at your precinct on election day, November the 3rd. Request an absentee ballot even if you plan to vote in person. That way, if you get sick or cannot go in person, you still have a way to vote. Just because you request an absentee ballot doesn't mean you have to vote absentee. That's the good news. Now remember to sign your name on the outside of the ballot envelope. Have your witness sign their name and print in clear writing the witness's full address. Otherwise, your ballot will not be accepted without all 3 of the things I just mentioned. If you decide to vote absentee, you have some options on how to get your ballot to the Board of Elections. You can mail your absentee ballot. Just make sure it gets there as early as possible. It must be postmarked by Election Day to be counted. If you are not mailing it close to Election Day, you may want to go inside the post office and have the post office hand stamp a date on your ballot so you make sure it gets postmarked. Now, you can also turn in your absentee ballot to an early voting site from October the 15th through the 31st, or take it to your County Board of Elections office by 5 p.m. on Election Day. Now, if you check your registration and something is not correct, or you're not registered to vote, you can still vote. You must go to register and vote at an early voting site in your county. You can do that from October 15th through the 31st. Now, you will need to bring proof of residency with you if you are changing your address or registering to vote. Now, proof of residency can be done in one of the following ways: driver's license with your correct address, a government ID with your name and address, paper or electronic copy of utility bill, a bank statement or other government documents with your name and address. If you go in person, be prepared. Bring a snack, umbrella, or a chair in case you have to wait in line. And bring an N95 mask. Take 2 of them if you have to. And you know what? Wear protective gloves. You can even wear a shield. They just cost a few bucks. But we want you to make sure that when you do vote, you vote safely. We do have a COVID-19 pandemic. You can also vote curbside if you have a disability. Or, if you're experiencing symptoms of COVID, we want you to be safe and vote curbside. There will be several places to park that are marked for curbside voting in the parking lot near the building where you're voting. If you encounter any issues or problems, any kind of problems, such as problems at check-in, voter intimidation, the machines aren't working properly, long waiting lines, blocked access to the entrance, or there's no parking available at curbside, please report it to CSAY2020.com, SEESAY2020.com, or, this is very important, or call 1-800-RVOTE and they will help you. Now, you can also talk to a volunteer from Democracy NC, and they will be wearing a bright yellow t-shirt standing outside. Thank you, Democracy NC. Remember, you have a right to vote. There will be a help desk at each voting location. Please make sure to have someone at the help desk fully explain all of your options. If voting on a provisional ballot, if that's your only option, then vote provisional ballot. The most important part is to make a plan and set aside time to vote. People bled and died in the 1960s during the Civil Rights Movement so we can all vote. Let's make sure we participate in our democracy and vote. Before I leave you, I'm just going to leave you with a quick musical presentation. I am a bass player. Get your vote on. Thank you.